Ladies and gentlemen, today the fix was released for Assassin's Creed Rebellion, so today we will take our 5-star Altair with his legendary weapon for a bit of a test run. See what the damage has done, see whether he's more of a viable hero or not. I know you're obviously looking behind me, completely different background. The recording room's being renovated at the minute, so a bit hard to use that room in a minute. So I will be recording my videos from here for the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I look forward to showing off the new room when it's available. But today is about Altair. So obviously the fix has been released, and whether it will make, I don't know whether the damage values are still true or not, but it has fixed a lot of bugs in the game. So I did start recording this the very first time the patch was released, but obviously throwing knives weren't gaining initiative, so it would have just been an extremely poor video to showcase his abilities. We all know his abilities, but what we will look at is the Sword of Altair. So we're going to have a little look at this weapon. So the damage is at least about 1.3k more than what he usually had. So he didn't have that weapon previously. It was the EXO thing, or whatever it's pronounced. So yeah, hell of a lot more weapon damage. It's good weapon speed. It increases his defense. Critical chance and critical bonus gives him a bit of dodge, gives him a nice bit of lethality. Not that he really needs that, but still gives him more. Nice bit of dexterity and agility, and there's a 7% chance to miss with this weapon. So it is nice to see this hero with his own weapon. It has got another little ability here where you gain an extra assassin's charge and a free runner ability charge. So just lets you use them more often in the battle. Not game breaking ability, but it is nice. So right, let's go into this. This was the mission I took him in previously, and I've got the numbers in front of me of what he was hitting for against a couple of the enemies. So we'll see what difference it makes now that he's got his own legendary weapon. So let's skip this. Right, true to the first video, his lethality hasn't changed. His lethality is amazing. Never really struggled with it. It's joint top with Ezio's, plus with this weapon giving him a boost. He's never really going to struggle to assassinate anybody. So what we will do here is, I don't know why it was telling me I could assassinate him from now. Obviously from this place I can't assassinate him front ways on. He's down. Right, now the last time I threw a throwing knife at this enemy, it did just under 1k damage. So we're going to throw this now. Now that was a nice solid 1500 damage. So that has already gone up a nice 500-600 extra damage. Now, when I hit this enemy previously, it was roughly 1,172 damage. That now again was an increase by at least about 600-700. So it's not game breaking. He is an assassin. He's obviously not designed just to go in and beat everybody up with his sword. But it is nice that he has got that little bit of a damage output. I wish it was more. I do think it should be more, but that crit was lovely. You know, he's doing a nice bit of damage. At this point in a previous video, he only had an 88% chance to make this jump. So his weapon has obviously boosted his agility as well. So it helps him get around the map. So it's added that little bit more of a dimension to the hero. It's made him more reliable when it comes to agility checks. We'll assassinate him. Right, so I'll throw a throwing knife at him. Again, that crit, lovely bit of damage. And previously, this would do 1288 damage with the old weapon to this enemy. He's just crit. I hit twice then, so that was 7k damage. So he has got a hell of a lot better. We'll throw a knife this fella. Look at that, nice crit. Get this off. I mean, that's an enemy with extremely heavy armor. So your damage is reduced quite a bit because of obviously the armor he's carrying. But we're still doing more damage than we were against light heroes with the previous weapon. So when I did my last video, he basically took, I think it was 4 swipes and 2 throwing knives to get that first enemy down. We did it in, what, 2? And that enemy was well beefy, and he took him down with a throwing knife, and I think it was probably 2 attacks. So it is a massive improvement. Obviously, used the free runner ability there. It didn't matter. He still had a 95% chance. So he's just improved so much. It has made him a lot more viable. You know, we'll go in here, we'll throw a throwing knife. Still extra damage. As I said, that used to hit just below like 1k. It was about 950 odd damage you'd get for a throwing knife. So the fact that you do get now close to 500 to 600 damage more just stacks up. Like when you accumulate it over the level, it's just so much more damage output that he's doing. So again, just that was 1800 damage, would previously have been about 12, 11. Okay, so yeah, it's fluctuating a bit, but it is a hell of a lot better. As I said, he's now a bit more viable in the fact that if you fail an assassination or you do have to take out that odd enemy, he will do it and it will last a little bit longer. He's obviously got his executability as well, which is always nice, but the throwing knife, nice bit of damage there, crit, and he's down. Like previous, that hit twice as well. Previous Altair would have absolutely melted then. It would have taken me about 10 years to get through that enemy, but not now. So the weapon has massively improved him. It's obviously improved his critical chance as well. So you are more likely to get them crit chances. And obviously with the crits come the damage. And again, like his lethalticity is just a joy. It really is a joy. I mean, look at that. It's so nice. It's such a nice little ability. Obviously out of charges now. Doesn't matter. Throw a knife him. Show off. I mean, look at that. That was 4k damage from that throwing knife. 4k damage. So we might as well just go to town on him. Look, I'm hit like he's not got obviously much armor. Doing so much more damage. Got him down. Lovely. And now we've got, this is the last enemy. So do you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a cheeky little throwing knife. And then use this ability. And he's down. So this has made him such a better hero. It really has. It's like night and day. It really is. It's just made him so much better. Obviously, Edward's there joining the party. Wasn't in the previous video. And there you go. That wasn't as much of a chore as the previous one was. The weapon has improved him greatly. I still wouldn't put him in my top assassins. I don't know. It's quite tricky because obviously Maria is an absolute beast. Ezio, his damage output is ridiculous. It really is. He can hit twice. His counter-attack ability is awesome. Even Luciano's a very good assassin as well. Darius, again, more consistent with the damage output, but he's not there for the damage output. He is an assassin. So now I think he's at that point where not only can he... Obviously, his lethalticity is, there's no question about his lethalticity. But what has improved is his agility around the map, which just makes it so much easier to take him into a mission because you'll know that he's going to make them checks for you. And also the fact that if he does fail an assassination, he can get himself out of trouble. He's got the executability, but plus he's now hitting just that little bit harder. And it does make such a difference, throwing your throwing knife and critting for nearly 4k when it was nowhere even close to that. And even if you don't crit, you're still doing a good 1600 damage. It just adds up. It really does. So I think that this weapon has just breathed new life into Altair, and I think it's just improved him a hell of a lot. I wish it did hit a little bit harder, but then again, if he starts hitting too hard, it becomes a bit too overpowered. He's there mainly to assassinate people, but he can get himself out of trouble as well. So I really hope you enjoyed the weapon review. It's so nice to have him back with his legendary weapon. Well, not back. It's nice to have him now with a legendary weapon, and just gives his hero a little bit more justice, especially being one of the flagship heroes of the franchise. So yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed the video. Wednesday, I will bring in you and the Katas, if that's how you pronounce it, video. That was going to be tonight, but obviously they brought the patch out. Altair gets obviously bumped up the list. So yeah, absolutely buzzing. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe, assassins, and look after yourself, and good night.